war is supposed to be between Israel and Hamas. But that's just what they're showing you on the news. That's the propaganda. Now, what is propaganda? It's a lot of new people in the university, and we have those who've been in the university rocking since day one, right? But if you know what propaganda is, you already know. But as you already know in this university, I break everything down to layman's terms. All right, so for those who know, you know. But if you don't know, propaganda is when the media, which is, remember I taught you all, the media is the Greek enchantress. That word comes from Medea, all right? Medea was the Greek enchantress, so basically she was a witch, okay, who used the art of divination to produce negative results. So that's what witchcraft is. So Medea is where the term media comes from. They just spell. Remember, spells. Spells are negative things. That's why they tell us how to spell, right? They just spell it differently. Medea, okay? So you can always remember what the media job is. Okay, so the media, okay, they're spreading this propaganda, all this misinformation and disinformation about what's going on with the war in Israel, between Israel and Hamas. Okay, so a lot of us, especially the guys and Gaza, niggas like Hamas, niggas never heard of it, Niggas never heard of it. Now, I know we've all heard of Israel, right? But most of us never heard of Hamas, Hamas. Okay, so what they showing you right away is they showing you all these bombs and all these attacks taking place from Hamas on Israel. And if you notice, you know when they're trying to force feed you a narrative, because you're going to see it everywhere. All right, it's only one family that control all the media networks. It's the same family that's controlling the 12 families, which are the 12 tribes, okay, of Israel, control all the media networks, not just in the United States over here in this country, but around the entire world. Now, keep in mind, this realm is Atlantis, right? That's the esoteric, true name of this realm. But they have taken Atlantis ever since they invaded our planet and landed here in their year 1492. They have taken Atlantis and divided Atlantis up to 7 different continents. So you get Canada, North America, South America, Europe. You get Africa. You get Asia. You get Australia, right? Well, all that's Atlantis. Okay, so they understand that you don't know that, right? Because of how they mapped the planet out. So you don't understand that the 12 families, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? The seeds of Satan. This is who runs this world. When I talk about high vibrational human beings, those are the human beings who are labeled under Caucasians, Chinese, Japanese, Mexican, Dravidians, and Arabs, all right, who are vibrating high. So I mean, these individuals are not racist, right? They are just dishonest. They don't know what's going on. And then the other human beings, they can get caught up in racism because they have been also force-fed this propaganda as children, right? Just like we are taught as Aboriginal beings that we were enslaved, so that draws anger amongst us toward white people. Well, a lot of white people are taught that, we trying to take their shit and this is their shit, and that their forefathers really discovered this land, and that, when you look at Mount Rushmore, that those are the forefathers and the greatest individuals to ever touch this land are all Caucasians. So it creates this race war with this animosity, black versus white. And then, as Black/Latino individuals, we see the enslavement that the Spanish conquistadors caused upon our people. I mean, all through Latin America, all through the West Indies, all through Africa, North America, if you want to call it that. I mean, we see how we've been enslaved by human beings, by the Caucasian race. But we don't know the difference, right? We don't know that you have the human beings that pay taxes. So any human being, like I always say, people that are tax-paying citizens, I don't care if your ass is in the Netherlands, Europe, North America, South Africa, if you have to work to earn your income, if you have to pay taxes, you are not a part of the elite. The elite, they're not elite individuals, but we use the term to say the people that run the world. That comes down to 12 tribes. All right, you heard about the 12 tribes of Israel. You got to go back to the Bible to kind of get an understanding of this. Most people never read the Bible. There's a lot of lies in the Bible, but I always told you there's a lot of truth in the Bible as well. And if you don't have your third eye open, I would not recommend reading the Bible because it's going to confuse you. But if your third eye is open, then you are able to read the Bible and decode it for what it really is. So you have the 12 tribes of Israel that is running this world. These are the individuals that are working hand in hand with the reptilian race and the Pleiadian race. The Pleiadians, the reptilians, and the humans are all pushing the physical agenda of Zeus, a.k.a. Satan. Zeus' cosmic name is Lord Zeus. So this is where the term the Lord comes from, okay? Lord Zeus, okay? This is why he used the name Jesus in the Bible to get you to worship him. The true story was about a prophet, a black god named Yahweh, but they renamed him Jesus, which is another name for Zeus. Satan as well. So this is how Satan gets you to worship him under all these different names. Okay, so he had children, right? These children were considered his tribes because these are the individuals that came to the planet and took over the planet. These are the individuals that invaded our planet. They entered our planet through portals in the Caucasus Mountain, raided us. We taught them everything they know. They used it, turned around, and enslaved us. They now run our world by pushing the satanic agenda of their Lord, their God, Zeus, Lord Zeus, a.k.a. Satan. That is their God, okay? When you hear the term in the Bible that God is a jealous God, they are referring to Zeus, all right? Anytime they refer to the Lord in the Bible, they are referring to Zeus, the fallen God, because we are gods, but Zeus is our brother that chose to step outside of himself and wage war against us because he wants to create a species out of jealousy to destroy his brothers and sisters. This is what has been embedded in the human race. However, a lot of humans that are not a part of the 12 tribes, that means they are part of the 13th colony, they were casted out. These are surface dwellers. These are the human beings, the white people that walk amongst us. All right, they don't run anything. They might give them a little more privilege than us. They keep the race war, but they don't run shit. Okay? The reason I'm diving into this is because you have to understand what is truly going on between Israel and who Israel is, what does Israel represent. They want to show you Hamas as the bad guys. But one thing you got to learn, it's just like X-Men, right? They made Magneto, right? And all of them were like the bad guys. But they was never the bad guys in X-Men. What was Magneto and them trying to do? They weren't trying to fuck with the humans. They was trying to destroy the humans. But why? Because the humans were trying to destroy the mutants. They were trying to change them. They were trying to find a cure for them. But when you're a child and you watching X-Men, shit, I always thought the Professor X and the X-Men was the good guys. And then Magneto and then was the bad guys, right? Magneto, Mystique, and all of them. But when you, with your third eye open, you go back and look at X-Men, you're like, hold on, shit. Hold on, Magneto, they was on some real-life revolutionary shit. Like, hold on. They never had no issue with the humans, so the humans started trying to destroy them. So technically, Professor X was on some house Negro shit. House nigga. Well, let's protect the humans. And they going to war with the other mutants, trying to protect the humans. And the only reason Magneto was going to war with the humans was because they were trying to destroy the mutants, right? They did the same thing in Transformers. They make the Decepticons look like the bad guys. When the Autobots the bad guys, the Autobots was the house niggas. The Autobots was they teamed up with the humans and Transformers to try to stop the Decepticons from destroying the humans, eradicating the humans. But why was the Decepticons, which is Megatron, why were they trying to destroy the humans? Because they took over their planet. So now the Autobots end up fighting against the Decepticons. So technically, the Autobots were the bad guys, right? So why am I bringing up these Hollywood analogies? Because if you understand that, you can understand that Hollywood or the media will always show you the bad guys being the good guys, and they're going to paint the good guys as the bad guys. So what do we see right now? Hamas is a terrorist group. Hamas sends this terrorist attack on Israel, right? But they're not telling you who Hamas is, and they're not telling you who Israel is. They're not showing you literally none of the shit that Israel has done to Hamas. They've been over there oppressing these people, killing these people, enslaving these people, including the Palestinians, since they got here, right? They're not showing you that. Hamas, the leader of Hamas, clearly said there was a Hamas attack that took place as well that led to them retaliating against Israel like this. Now, they didn't step all over that narrative. They just want to show you on every channel, all over social media. You can't run from this shit. It's everywhere, right? That's when you know it's propaganda, because it's going to be everywhere. All right? That's when you know they behind it. They done drop marketing dollars behind this shit, you know what I'm saying, to promote this narrative that Hamas is this terrorist group and they are these bad guys. But technically, Hamas is backed by Israel. I mean, by Iran. Okay? So you have to understand, Israel, okay, you have the Vatican. The Vatican, which is in Italy, Great Britain, the United States of America, Israel, all of these, France, all of these countries are literally the part of the original 12 tribes that are the children of Satan. Okay? So these countries are actually, or these nations are actually part of the original 12 tribes of Israel. These are the true Israelites. Right? Israel, along with the Vatican has all of our information. All of the books that was destroyed in the Library of Alexander, all of these books that we had, that we wrote when we was teaching them everything that they know, the Vatican had our guarding all these books under the Vatican City. But Israel is guarding the ancient technology that we have, that we showed them when they put the Moors under spells. Israel has always guarded the technology. Israel has always been the most powerful of the tribes. Where's this technology hidden? It's hidden under the Gaza Strip. Where's the war taking place right now? On the Gaza Strip. Right? Now, Israel, where does that name come from? Remember in the Bible, Jacob. Jacob is another name for Yaqub, which is another one of Lord Zeus's many names. He hides under the name of Jacob as well in the Bible. But technically, it was Yaqub, because there was no J's when the Hebrew text was written. The prophet Bobby Hemmett mentioned this years ago about the Hebrew text and how there was no J's. It was just Y's. So when you remove the J, Jacob turns into, it becomes Yaqub. Facts. Yaqub is another word for Zeus, a.k.a. Satan, the scientist who created the race to destroy his own people. Right? So, Jacob, right, is technically Yaqub. Now, if you understand that, you can read Jacob's story from a different perspective. Okay? So, Jacob, what did Jacob do? He separated the flocks. Right? But not only did he separate the flocks, he had this moment where he had this tussle with an angel, they tell you, in the Bible. And I'll expound upon that tussle in a whole different lecture. But long story short, he ends up renaming himself what? He goes Jacob to Israel. So the 12 tribes are the children of Jacob. The 12 tribes are the children of Israel. Israel is Jacob. Jacob is Yaqub. Yaqub is Satan. So the 12 tribes are the children of Satan. You understand me? Reflection. The 12 tribes are the children of Satan, a.k.a. Lord Zeus. Okay? So the 12 tribes are technically, what I call them, they are the seeds of Satan. That's why I tell the guys and goddesses, blacks and Latinos, they fooled you years back. I'll never forget, in the late 90s, early 2000s, even a few years back. People used to be, oh, we Hebrew Israelites. If you have neuromelanin carbon in your skin, you are not even being, you are not no motherfucking Hebrew Israelite. There is nothing Hebrew about you.
You have 1 minute left.
You are before the Hebrews came, and you will never be an Israelite because you are not a part of the original 12 tribes of Israel. Those were all human beings. Remember who you are. Okay? Let's zoom in on this name, Israel, now that we know who Israel is. See what I'm saying? The Israelites. Israel. I'm going to keep repeating it. Israel is Jacob. Jacob is Yaqub. Yaqub is Satan. Satan is Zeus. Same people. Same individual. You know what I'm saying? Let that sink in. So, reflections. We now know who Israel really is. You see? Now, Israel is one of the most powerful of the tribes. You know why? Because Israel, along with Great Britain and the United States, they represent the tribe of Judah. See, all of these 12 tribes still run the world. They just hide themselves behind different nations now. And I will expound in a separate lecture upon who's who, what tribe is hidden behind what nation. Okay? But the tribe of Judah is the most powerful of the tribes. They go down, tribe. They got it listed in order in the Bible. Tribes of Judah, Simeon, Reuben, on down and down, Naphtali, on down and down and down and down. That has nothing to do with an aboriginal being. You are an Anunnaki God. You was here before they landed here. So you are not a Hebrew. You are not an Israelite. Hell, even the human beings that pay taxes are not a part of the 12 tribes. They are part of the 13th tribe, which was cast out. I'll expound upon that too at a later date. That's why they still have to go to work and pay taxes. While the people that are part of the 12 tribes, they live under the surf. They live within the mountains. Literally, they have cities in the mountains, which the mountains are actually tree stumps, but they have cities in the mountains. They have cities under the ground. Underground cities. They have whole underground cities. For every city that's on the surface, they have a city under the ground. Facts, not fiction. Right? So, Israel represents the tribe of Judah. You have a lot of people that walk around and they think that they are Jews. Then you're not no fucking Jew. You're not in. It's a bloodline thing. You got black people as well as regular white people, right? That's walking around that believe because they practice the religion of Judaism that they are a Jew. No, that is a front. You can practice Judaism all day, but you are not a Jew. The real Jews is a tribe. It's a bloodline thing. And if you are not in that bloodline, if you don't have the bloodline connection, you are not a part of the original tribe of Judah. But the people that run Israel are. See, a lot of people think, like, oh, well, if you live in Israel, you're a true Israelite. No, you're just a motherfucker living in Israel that believes you're an Israelite. Just like you can live in America, but you're not a fucking real American. Just because you live over here. No, you are one of the slaves in the country. They're not going to let you know that. The real Americans are part of the tribe of Judah, and they run the country, and they run the world. The 12 tribes of Israel are the ones that run the world. Why do you think America has 13 blood stripes on its flag? It represents the original 13 bloodlines. The 12 tribes plus the one tribe that was cast out. That's the 13 blood stripes represent on the American flag. The 13 colonies. The 12 tribes of Israel, which are the 12 different tribes of Satan. These are the seeds of Satan. Why do you think if anybody say anything about the Jews, it's labeled anti-Semitic? You can't say Jew nothing. They're going to say you're anti-Semite. Kanye mentioned the Jews and said the Jews run the world. You lost all his sponsorships. You say anything about the Jews, you're anti-Semitic, they're canceling you. But you could talk shit about the Latino folks. You can call them sticks, wetbacks, nothing happens. You can call black people niggers, all type of shit. Nothing will happen to them. Hell, you can even call white people crackers. Nothing will happen to you. But you talk about that tribe of Judah, you will be labeled anti-Semitic. Why is that? See what I'm saying? That's how powerful they are. But their power comes from their God, Satan. See what I'm saying? And their time will not be long. It's endgame. So when you understand it's endgame, you understand who Israel is, even the esoteric symbol that's on their flag, that is not the Star of David, that is our Makerba. They stole that from us, the Anunnaki gods. That star has so many meanings. It has nothing to do with King David, who was a human being, who was a part of the original 12 tribes. These are the same people that came and killed our ancestors and waged war with us to get this land from us. Now they call it the Star of David. No, that's the Merkaba. That's part of our ancient technology, that symbol right there, along with the pentagram. Okay? Now that we know who Israel is, what does Hamas come into play? Okay, well, understand that Hamas has an issue with the Jews because they know that they are a part of the tribe of Judah. So that's their issue with Israel. Israel has also been killing and enslaving their people since they got here. They're also guarding some of the most important esoteric technology that we still have left on this planet. I told you, we got pyramids, we got all type of technology stashed around the planet that they are hiding because they can't use it without us, so they just hide it from us so that we can't access it. And it's under the Gaza Strip. Okay, you have something called the 33rd parallel. I did a video on that. The 33rd parallel, I always talked about the cities over here in what's labeled North America on Atlantis that runs across the 33rd parallel, which is Los Angeles, Phoenix, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Dallas, Texas, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia is Atlanta, Georgia is the capital of Atlantis. All the most powerful plasma energy and black photon energy on the planet is right here in Atlanta and along that 33rd parallel. But that parallel runs clean across through to Egypt. The so-called Giza pyramids, right, which really is supposed to be Gaza, but they put the I to throw you off, is located also on the 33rd parallel. Now, if you look at the map they're showing you of where Hamas, where the Gaza Strip that Hamas and Israel is fighting over, you'll see that the Gaza Strip is right next to fucking Egypt. 33rd parallel. Let him west eye see clearly. The Giza pyramids should be Gaza pyramids. They spelled it differently once again to throw you off the trail. Stay with me, Reflections. I know I'm getting deep. It's okay to hit replay. The ancestors have divided.